Hi, my name is ColdBeer, and let's start with Smurfs of Space. Or something like that.
Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. If you have seen the movies, you know the setting. Blue, tall humans who can control animals are fighting shorter, normal-colored humans who can control robots. Blue humans are officially the good guys, because their planet was invaded by us. So I'm definitely not rooting for the blue guys. I want my own to succeed and enslave this pathetic planet in the name of humanity. Sadly, he will have to take control of a dabba-dee dude and drive invaders out of your forest. You can customize your character, craft new gear and upgrade skills and weapons to fit your playstyle. You'll also have some pterodactyl friend you can ride. That is very cool and gives vertical freedom just like in Hogwarts Legacy game. You can play the campaign solo or bond online with your mother-in-law and co-op the story together. People are saying that the game is very beautiful, but it's challenging, so if you are not some pro, play on easy. Also, if you are not a fan of Avatar, you may find the writing on the weaker side. Despite that, it's a great game to get on sale. REKA. This is a Slavic folklore-inspired game made by a small studio in Berlin. Despite them being small, the game looks truly awesome. The visuals are a real candy for the eye. So here you will begin your journey as REKA, an apprentice of a very powerful legendary witch. You want to be just like her, but to reach the highest rank is a marathon, not a sprint. Or as we in Lithuania say,
Dar tau toli šūdais plaukti vaikeli.
which I will not translate. So here deep in the autumnal woodlands, you will learn and practice your witchcraft as you summon to life your own iconic chicken-legged cottage. So your worst enemy is obviously KFC. You will solve quests, forage for ingredients and uncover terrible secrets of the woods. The game has this menacing and gloomy atmosphere and is perfect for dark evenings after a hard day of work. People on Steam say that this is some kind of survival craft game without survival part, so you're gonna be fine here, mostly. The Midnight Walk. Here you'll embark on a dark fantasy adventure built in clay. You will befriend a lost lantern creature and use his flame to light your way through a conflicting world of wonder and suspense. To survive here, you will have to outsmart the many monsters eager to devour your little friend's flame as you travel across 5 tales of fire and darkness. The game and its creatures look gorgeous. It is without a doubt a work of art and keeps entertaining you as you travel in this dark world. People are saying that the game is visually stunning, but it is like your memory, quite short. You will probably finish it in 5 hours or so. But The Midnight Walk has above 90% positive reviews on Steam, so give me that quality over the quantity this time. Netherworld Covenant. Looks like Diablo but plays like Dark Souls Hades. Who? Yes, it's Netherworld Covenant. Here you'll control the survivor of a catastrophic disaster, wielding the Nether Lantern, a forbidden artifact that does something nobody actually cares about. You will hack and you will slash. That is cool and all you need to actually know. So here you'll venture into procedurally generated labyrinths to challenge corrupted heroes and demonic lords. To slay them you will have to choose your hero from several playable classes. You know, like Berserker, Mage, Hunter, Shield God and Useless Person. Seriously, that is an option. You can be useless in the game as well. That is a joke, you are awesome, my friend. Now subscribe. People are saying that the game is super hard, so play it only if you hate yourself enough and are ready to die many times pathetically before you achieve any progress at all. Great game. Batman: Arkham City Game of the Year Edition. Overwhelmingly positive reviews is not something we can easily ignore, and the game will send you flying through the expansive Arkham City, 5 times larger than the game world in Batman Arkham Asylum. The game is home for all of Gotham City's thugs, gangsters and insane criminal masterminds, including Catwoman, the Joker, the Riddler, Two-Face, Harley Quinn, your ex-girlfriend, the Penguin, Mr. Freeze and many others. The game allows you to genuinely experience what it feels to be the Dark Knight, delivering justice on the streets of Gotham City. Well, in our world, Batman would be sitting behind the bars, because in most countries even defending from criminals and using excessive force is forbidden. When the world became such a soft place, I didn't even notice. Deflector. This is a top-down action roguelite where you dive deep into hostile worlds teeming with viruses. You will encounter increasingly challenging enemies with your weapons and their own deflected projectiles. You will also have to choose one of several bioshells, each with unique weapons, abilities and means of deflecting projectiles. You know, the name of the game is not just a fancy word. It's your profession, I guess. I can even imagine the job listing for the task.
Must have at least 50 years experience of deflecting. Have to speak native level of Spanish, English, Lithuanian, Ukrainian and Mandarin. Must be proactive, must have experience of koala breeding, taming ostriches and at least PhD in quantum physics. Salary €3 an hour.
To be honest, all the job ads sounds this way. So here every world you'll visit is filled with unique hostile fauna, ready to swarm you with their pathetic bodies and stingy bullets. The game is difficult and dying here will be your daily routine. Every enemy is deadly, from the smallest stuff to the imposing apex virus at the end of each world. But don't you worry, you will learn to overcome every foe through trial and error. Well, honestly, probably not, I'm just being nice, but you may have fun anyway. The review score is close to 90%, so if you like the style, think of getting it. INMOST. This is an emotional and deeply atmospheric narrative-driven puzzle platformer. You will uncover the stories of an adventurous young girl, a stoic knight and a man in search of answers. You will explore a crumbling, nightmarish landscape, slice through enemies and spring deadly traps in order to escape the evil that awaits. You will have to lure enemies into lethal traps, solve environmental puzzles and utilize your scythe, hookshot and pickaxe to avoid a gruesome end. The story is not very long. It will take you about 3 to 5 hours to complete. Literally depends on how dumb you are, because it's a puzzle game. It can work like an IQ test. If you finish it in 3 hours, congratulations. If in 5, well, I have bad news for you.
And you finished it in 10.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie, everyone.
No, it isn't.
Shut up. War for the Overworld. This is a strategy-based building RTS where you will excavate and build your own dungeon. Yes, you are almighty evil dungeon master or mistress. Here you can choose from over 60 rooms, spells, potions, rituals, defenses and constructs as you progress through the game. Just be warned, the game is quite fast-paced, so you'll have to build like a swift underlord you are, or else your beautiful dungeon creatures might not win against the ugly, puny heroes. In the game you can also build your own maps and campaigns, so unleash that inner creator you borrowed somewhere deep down under the bed long time ago. It's your time to shine. People on Steam are calling this game a spiritual successor of Dungeon Keeper. You know, with all the dark humor, evil creatures and evil you. Against the Storm. This is a roguelite city builder set in a gloomy dark fantasy world. Artistically, this is one of the coolest RTS city builder games I have ever seen. The style is very original and the atmosphere is breathtaking. I didn't like only one thing. Here it never stops raining. I hate rain in real life because I wear glasses and this combo is never a good thing. But in game it feels like a never-ending visual interference. Some people may like it, some don't. So it's not a big deal in general. Anyway, here you are, a pioneer sent into the wilds to establish and manage new settlements inhabited by smart beavers, lizards and humans. Weird choice of races, but I really approve of that. I'm so tired of elves, dwarves and various combos of demons and undead. Lizards and beavers are awesome and you will feel like one of them. You will care about their survival, about their happiness and will protect them from danger. Well, not always. This is a roguelite after all, so the occasional defeat is programmed in the genre of the game. After a bitter end, the game will instantly offer you better buildings and devices, so your next run would be better, and the cycle continues until another bitter defeat. Your goal is to survive long enough and gather the valuable resources necessary to rebuild and upgrade your city. It's the only safe haven against the Blightstorm, a vile cycle of destruction ravaging everything in its path. On Steam it has above 90% of positive reviews, and I can give it 10 ColdBeers out of 10, without much doubt. Othercide. Here you will lead your army of female warriors to battle. Your skill in combat will decide their fate, shape their abilities and personality. So under your command, they probably just die angrily in pain and agony. Anyway, jokes aside, like in all turn-based games, here you will have to plan your moves carefully, because one wrong action can lead your party to failure. Although the game offers cool mechanics where you can sacrifice one to heal another, survivors will get stronger, ready to fight the next battle. The bad news is that the game practices permadeath. So by sacrificing warriors, you are like sacrificing them for real. And the elephant in the room is, of course, the visuals of the game. Only black, white and red color palette exists here and makes this game stand out from other similar projects. Murky Divers. This is basically a Lethal Company clone with a Subnautica setting. You will dive with a team of up to 4 friends or strangers to the bottom of the ocean. Your mission is to remove all dead bodies from abandoned labs and erase any evidence on their failed experiments. And those experiments are what left all these lab rats dead. So prepare to meet some nightmares of the deep. They are really creepy. All in all, this is a horror game to play with friends, to scream together and generate nervous laughter afterwards. Also, your oxygen will run out way quicker than you expect, so there are a lot of ways to die, but you should avoid that. Dying is not what you want. And another fun part is your submarine. You'll have to navigate blindly only with the help of sonar to avoid dangers. Great game to finally acquire the fear of the ocean. Although be sure you are okay with motion sickness. This game is known to generate one. Station to Station. This is a minimalist and relaxing game about building railway connections. Yes, because connections with other people are above our capabilities, let's connect with the railway. Your world starts small with a handful of various structures. You will place stations and build rails to foster growth and expansion. As you build more connections, your area will grow, transforming into a lush, vibrant environment full of colors and life. Although not everything is relaxing here. To keep you on your toes, the game also features puzzle elements, challenging your IQ to optimize routes and solve logistical riddles. So make sure that you have at least a bit higher IQ than room temperature and enjoy this game, which will burn around 8 hours of your boring life. 8-bit Armies. If Command & Conquer spent the night with Minecraft, 9 months later 8-bit Armies would be born. This is a fast-paced RTS, very colorful strategy arcade game that is easy to learn for players of all skill levels, so even for you. Here you will collect resources, build up and defend your base, amass your army of tanks and planes, and ultimately crush your opponents. Here you'll find 25 offline campaign missions, 12 co-op missions to play with your mother-in-law, and 10 multiplayer maps that support up to 8 players online. Although speaking about players online, you rarely find more than 10 in total, so if you want to play multiplayer or co-op, you will need a friend or some stranger from Discord. But if you don't have any friends, and of course you don't, keep in mind that the game also has pretty good AI you can play with or fight against. Not as good as Skynet, so it won't take over the world, but it can take over your dignity, so be sure you are up for the challenge. 8-bit Armies is easy to understand and is user-friendly. Also, it is a really well-aged game. Kenshi. This is a free-roaming, squad-based RPG focusing on open-ended sandbox gameplay. You can be a trader, a thief, a rebel, a warlord, a slave, or just food for the cannibals. The freedom is here and it's up to you how you would use it. You can research new equipment and craft new gear, purchase and upgrade your own buildings to use as safe fortified havens when things go bad, or use them to start up a business. Well, it's a sandbox game after all. You can aid or oppose the various factions in the world while striving for the strength and wealth necessary to simply survive in the harsh desert. You will train your men up from puny victims to master warriors, carry your wounded squadmates to safety and get them all home alive. The game is purely single player and it's an owner of overwhelmingly positive reviews left by tens of thousands of people. HITMAN, World of Assassination. This is probably the best Hitman experience possible nowadays. Here you'll visit more than 20 different locations, unlock new gear, travel a living and breathing world filled with intriguing characters and lethal opportunities. With this bundle you will get Hitman 3 game, with 6 DLCs, VR mode and access to all Hitman 1 and Hitman 2 missions. People on Steam are saying that this is an amazing experience, very sandboxish and will provide many hours of fun, although it has one big flaw. You know, every witness asked about
Have you seen anything strange?
will tell you about a tall, bald man with a barcode tattoo. Most of the time the tattoo is visible. Creaks. The creators of Samorost and Machinarium created this masterpiece as well. I don't think they are capable of something not great. Most of their games have a Steam review score above 90%, and so does the Creaks. This is an immersive puzzle game that delights our eyes with its hand-painted visuals and precise animation. It also has great sound design and an eclectic original score from Hidden Orchestra. You'll proceed at your own pace at figuring out the solutions of dozens of carefully designed puzzles, explore the mansion for hidden paintings and uncover uncover the great secret. As developers say, Creaks is best enjoyed with a controller and a good pair of headphones. Blasphemous 2. Awakened in a strange new land and displaced from your final resting place, you thrust back into the endless cycle of life, death and resurrection. There is no other option than to explore this perilous new world and uncover its long-forgotten secrets. There is nothing game-changing or very innovative in the second part of the Blasphemous, but you know the rule, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Your journey starts anew in a series of enchantingly grotesque landscapes, oozing gothic charm and littered with unforgiving traps. How you tackle the labyrinthian world remains at your discretion. There is no wrong turn to be made, only scores to settle. Taking down your enemies won't be easy, but the game is offering more chances to customize and improve your skill set, along with several new unique weapons to wield, so victory might just be within your grasp, but probably not. Trepang 2. He will take on the shoes of an escaped soldier who has no memories of his past life but is infused with supernatural abilities. All you want is revenge for something, you know, and you'll stop at nothing. You will deliver devastating punches, sneak around in the shadows, wield powerful weapons, and give the bad guys a taste of their own medicine. Or a taste of pineapple in the potato salad, which is way worse and should be banned by Convention of Geneva or something. So anyway, as you can already tell, the game has strong horror vibes and has visuals and atmosphere similar to legendary Fear games. Here you'll find 6 difficulty levels, so even if it looks hard to crack, on easy it is quite easy. Game has above 90% of positive reviews on Steam and you can play the free demo version as well. Lance Island. In this survival open-world crafting game, you will engage in dynamic, skill-based action RPG combat with a free-moving camera. You will craft various weapons and armor, build a fortified base, gather resources and explore dangerous places. And when you need a bit of a rest, you can find peace in cultivating your own farm and raising animal companions. You can tailor your character to suit your preferred playstyle, whether you are a dedicated warrior, craftsman, fisherman or a fearless farmer. Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and balls to be a farmer. Have you seen Clarkson's Farm? Great show, by the way, I can totally recommend. So in Lance Island, with every choice you make, the world around you evolves and changes. I must say that the game is still in early access, so you will definitely encounter some bugs and glitches, but most of them won't ruin your game or fun experience. It's a very beautiful game, so conquer this land and build your own tiny ColdBeeristan here. Borderlands 3. You'll blast through weird worlds and enemies as one of 4 world hunters, the ultimate treasure-seeking badasses of the Borderlands, each with deep skill trees, abilities and customization. So in this looter-shooter RPG you will play solo or join the battle with friends to take on an epic enemies, score loads of loot and save your home from the most ruthless cult leaders in the galaxy. With bazillions of guns and gadgets, every fight is an opportunity to score new gear, and that gear is more than crazy. Firearms with self-propelling bullet shields? Check. Rifles that spawn fire-spewing volcanoes? Obviously. Guns that grow legs and chase down enemies while cursing? Yeah, got that too. On Steam, Borderlands 3 is an owner of very positive reviews, so it's a no-brainer if you like shoot and loot. Just grab the game and be happy. Make your enemies unhappy by making them die.
And now thank you for watching, have a nice day and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.